Now, in the first video on this topic, I talked about the importance of height. And I want to talk about a particular tool that I use, and this tool can be wall mounted or it can be placed on a tripod with my camera. And what it is, it's just an electronic thing that lets me kind of raise and lower the camera. And what that lets me do is sit in this chair and very precisely position this so I can get maximum height. It's a great tool compared to the other stuff. It's not very expensive. These are rugged. I had another tool that did this before. It wasn't really as good. This one that I'm going to put in the links for this, it's great. It's rugged. It can handle a decent amount of weight. It doesn't strain under the weight of a camera or anything like that. And so that's another great thing that you can do. Now, that's it for equipment. I mean, the other equipment would be like tripods or wall mounts. Get whatever you want. I'll show you what wall mount I use. Again, wall mounts, we're not talking about a big expense. We're talking about like, $15, $20, something like that. Here's a key thing with wall mounts though. If you're going to use a wall mount for your camera, you will need to tighten the ball joints pretty hard. And to do that, I actually use a pair of pliers to get enough force on it. Don't worry, that particular part, you're not gonna break it because that's a steel to steel connection. You can put a tremendous amount of force, it's gonna be fine. If you're using a tripod, I mean, that you don't have to worry about that. That'll be fine. You just put the camera on there, adjust it, and you're good to go. I really do recommend using these electronic adjusters because they can let you adjust your position while you're sitting in the chair instead of moving the tripod, sitting in the chair, moving the tripod, sitting back down, moving the tripod, constantly adjusting, because you won't really be able to get that precise targeting. So that's it for equipment. In the next video, I'm going to tell you a few things you can do to get the most out of your camera if you happen to be using a Logitech style camera, if you're using a high-end mirrorless DSLR camera. Just a few things. We're going to do this next section. We're going to talk about how we can do that inside of OBS. Remember, all of these tools are just to help you stand out a little bit more so that you can get in.